Well done, team. Keep it going. Keep it going. Good work. Yes, good side step. Excellent. Working forward. Well done. Well done, team. Good. For Bunnings Homegrown Heroes, but Mahi never stops. Thanks, mate. Okay, team, come on in. Let's go. Let's huddle up. Bring it in, guys. Nominate your homegrown hero today. 1, 2, 3, please.
This Touch New Zealand event is proudly supported by Bunnings Warehouse.
Tēnā koutou katoa e te whānau, and welcome back to the last of our finals from the Masters grade on day 3 of the 2023 Bunnings Warehouse National Championship. Now, I thought to myself, of all the way they ordered these finals, I wonder why they left this till last. And then you look at the team sheet of Auckland and number 1, Peter Walters. There is no doubt when it comes to the GOAT, he is it. And this is going to be a great one, but I'm just going to ask the question, lads. This Auckland team, any team Pete's part of, and many other these players. We look at Johnny Tuivasa, Bruce McDonald, Eugene Wepa, we've got Darren Hawera. Do the Bay of Plenty team have a real chance at this, do you think, lads? I know that's a bit of a loaded question, but what's your thoughts when you just know the history of this Auckland team?
Well, at the end of the day, in Mai, you need to be on the park, to have a chance. And this Bay of Plenty team, they've done well to get here. There are some names in there from out of the New Zealand ranks as well, and Garner Gulliver, Aaron Samuels. So Dion Pascoe is there. It's good to see his name on the sheet. So Greg Milden, Millie, he's there too. So they do have some real talent to pull this game off. It will be a big task. Obviously, any team with Walters in it, he does a lot of the controlling and in and around. So you can guarantee that come attack time, he will be on. So we just had a cracker. I'm hoping that we take this one that way as well.
Reece, your thoughts on the Bay of Plenty's chances in this game?
Yeah, pretty good. Just looking through the lineup there, you've got some pretty famous names as well. I'm looking down the list, but as Paddy Spellman's just reading out, any team that has, and as you said, Maya, that has Peter Walters in the team is pretty sharp. We had the privilege of calling this game in the first day, watching Pete and his crew able to just the names that Pat's reading out. He's reading out the team for us, but the way that they just know each other and how they play is pretty awesome. There's some world famous names down here, and I'm looking forward to calling this game.
Look, before the Bay of Plenty whānau text me messages of what are you talking about, no chance. I was just trying to set the two sit on the fence brothers up to actually get an outcome from them. As you know, there is no wood on the chair I'm sitting on. They might be made out of steel for a reason. However, I'm going to call what I imagine most people around the park as we watch this final an upset, and I think the Bay of Plenty, 50 men, are going to win this final. Woo. Hopefully, though, as you just seen, in a drop-off.
Yeah, let's have another drop-off to finish the day.
I just think the Bay of Plenty got a little bit more youth in the legs, and while that, the touch IQ, I mean, all these players out here have got amazing touch IQ. And there is no other Peter Walters. I just think with a little bit more youth in the legs, a little bit more speed in those legs, that might be able to help them get out of some tricky situations, maybe be a little bit better in that transition, which gives them some more attack down the other end. I'm not sure. I don't look like I've got too much agreement from you two boys.
No, to be honest, I'm a little bit torn. Obviously, I reside in Auckland now, but I'm an East Coast boy at heart, and I know where home is, and I've been president of both of those associations, so I'm really happy. I really can't lose here, Maya, either way, because
you're right. You can't lose when you don't pick a winner, or you pick both teams.
Yeah, for me, boys, I'm going to go with Auckland. Just looking down some of the names there, and as long as they can get some field position and they can get Pete, the likes of Pete and Bruce and Jason Tormai and that down towards the goal line there, it's very, very hard to stop. As you can see, Peter Walters there and screen. Very, very calm and collective. This is definitely not his first barbecue.
No.
Very, very talented still. And I'm really looking forward to hopefully the people at home that are either learning touch or trying to hone their craft. Watch it, the little intricacies that these Masters players are able to do to manipulate defences, in particular when they've got the ball on attack.
Yeah, Bay of Plenty, a big strategy there. It has to be keeping Auckland off their line. If Pete gets down on your line, he's going to score more often than not. So the best way to stop that, don't let Auckland down to their line. So if they've got the best yards and they really lift up on defence through the middle of the field, as you call the orange zone there, Rod, I think that's the way that Bay of Plenty give themselves their best opportunity. Then we just seen the refs in the background there. We heard about Sonia Wirihana. She was the leading female senior referee at this tournament from Thames Valley. And I'm not sure, haven't seen the referees pop up, just trying to pop my head around the commentary tent here. But I think it might be her husband, the second best referee in the house. Yes, there he is, Calvin Wirihana, who's part of the referee crew for this final. So a great success for the Wirihana whānau and family from up in Coromandel, having 2 people in the finals.
Yeah, well, you would think that we're in the Coromandel right now with the weather that we're getting here in Palmerston North. Predicted and forecasted rain for today, and whew, I don't know if it's the touch, but it's warming up in here. I've had to go down from the t-shirt to the singy. The shoes are off. The shoes have been kicked off. I'm settling in, and I feel like I've got the best seat in the house with the best commentators as we have one of the slushy gang walk past Benny Seabeck.
I'm not sure what you told the boys in between this game, but they seem to have deserted the
I've
back
cleared
end.
out, but it's not because they weren't interested in the touch. It's because the slushy card is now closed for the day. But yeah, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. 40 minutes, gold medal to whoever wants to take it.
Bay of Plenty start us off in this one. Second most important set of the game is the first one. You can get it on the board, just really helps you relax into the game and heaps that pressure on the Auckland team. As to see a penalty here, just offside. Great little piggyback for the Bay of Plenty team as they work their way down on the field. What type of play are you expecting here, Rod, in terms of the style that Bay of Plenty play with?
It's a recount. They like to play short, so I'm expecting that they'll go short to start with.
Yeah, nice and easy. Auckland had that well under control.
Yeah, just searching, just seeing if they're, who's going to tighten, who's not. Just checking the defensive line and just seeing how tight that's going to end up. But as we see, looks like Ghana's trying to set up for a bit of a passive play by the looks of it. The way they were dropping back deep there, Reece.
Yeah, we saw that in the number 2 here from Bay of Plenty. But now they're looking to sweep round, scoop short side, looking to catch the winger tight, but too classy there. That winger there for Auckland. We'll get his name back to you, my man. But beautiful defence there, didn't overcommit and slams short side as we commonly say. And just as the breeze picks up, so does the attitude on the yards here after a good defensive set from Auckland.
Yeah.
And here he comes now, Maya.
Here he is. Oh.
And there it goes.
And that's a real surprise. There's probably not 2 people who have played as much together as Bruce McDonald and Peter Walters, but hey, just a little bit of a glitch in the matrix. And here we have Tony right onto the ball, number 12 from Bay of Plenty. Good yards, nice set. This is only the 3rd touch, so they're going to have 3 to play with here. As we see the number 6, Dion Pascoe, leading the charge. Samuels picks the ball up, steps back. 2 to go, so they want to set up here. Just forgot he was dummy half, I think, Samuels. Now he's going to try and get in between the 2 middles. Throws long, tip on. Pretty messy set, I'd say, Reece, there from Bay of Plenty.
Yeah, and I think you mentioned it just before about kind of feeling the way into the game here. Little bit scratchy. Bay of Plenty. Auckland look pretty clinical coming off the back fence here. Walters into dummy half. Yeah, beautiful yards there getting across to the sub box. It makes the transition and the subbing getting on the field a lot better here. And here go Auckland, this machine that just rolls down the field here.
Mike Daly with the ball. Talked a lot about Pete, another legend. Both of them needing a whole museum for their gold medals. Mike Daly gets through into the end zone. Good touch there from the Bay of Plenty. Number 6, Dion Pascoe.
Yeah, the legend he is. Mike Daly comes out of here, looks to go to the short side, steps back open. A couple of little dummies there, gets into the end goal, and great diving defence here. Right on the running shoes. I tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, there's not too many people out here in running shoes, but you can always back Mike Daly to do something out the box, probably to save those arches that have collapsed. But beautiful little scoop there. Unfortunately, just got touched. Otherwise, that would have been 1-0. But here come Bay of Plenty. They'll look to tidy up their attack here, Rod.
Yeah, I think they're likely the same thing again. You know, just still exploring to see what might be available. As we see Ghana Gulliver pick up. And thought he shook him quite well there. Yeah, and that's something that we can see a lot more of, you know, from Ghana as the game goes on. You know, assuming that the set is right from the platform set right, he will pick and he will expose you behind.
Ghana Gulliver there, obviously got a lot of time on as we see him in the middle with Potu, Waka Potu. Just calming things down, setting something up. See a little bit of a quickie play. Not sure he went body over the ball there. Come back. Oh, good honesty again from the number 9 from Auckland. Unfortunately, he just got underneath him. Great plays there from Waka Potu.
Yeah, classy play. It's just a little wee quickie bounce. Not too sure we can call that in this grade, but here we go. Feeds the splitter. Bounces with the pass back out to the dummy half. And yeah, clearly ball down. Great work from Bay of Plenty, and your Bay of Plenty team taking 1-0 lead.
Oh, that's what happens when you're decisive. As we see Auckland here, Pete back on. First real time he's actually been this close to the scoreline. Wouldn't be surprised to see the scorers having to put one up against Auckland after this as we have a sweep play. Ooh, has to really engage. It's important, right? Bruce needed to engage that defender.
Yeah, number 1 here, Peter Walters. He'll look to probably either get out of half or get it live. If he plays the ball, he'll want the ball back straight away. As you can go, he plays the ball, splits, gets the ball back, looks to manipulate long ball off the left hand to his winger. And they're going to call a forward pass, which is, and Pete just nods his head and walks back and goes to do some defence. So, great work from Peter Walters there.
There must be a new rule in this grade where you don't have to get your body over the ball, as we see down on the 7-metre line a couple of times. Just not quite getting their body over, but they're not getting caught.
100%. It looks a bit dodgy as Scotty Grant just walks by. I must say, it's got nothing to do with touch, but the hot chips, the people that are walking past with the hot chips are making me a wee bit hungry here. My guy is Bay of Plenty look to open up the last touch coming up here. Peter Walters asking if it was a miscount.
Here he is. Ooh, a little bit of a trick play there. Yep, not only are the hot chips a distraction, we just see George Albert Yonke walk past. But starstruck there when I see them go past. The best looking man in touch New Zealand is Auckland. Bruce McDonald works their way up the field. Sort of a...
Tell you what, Riley O'Donnell will have something to say about that with the best looking man in touch because he thinks he is.
Yeah, I think Bay of Plenty here just, you know, they're taking control of the game just by being accurate in what they do. So, you know, nothing fancy, you know, always patient. And at this part of the game, you know, that's what you need. Just need some settlers just to calm things down a little bit and make sure that you get down the right end of the park.
In the previous games I've seen of both of these teams, there've been a lot of tries early. I was actually expecting a lot of fireworks. So obviously that final adds that little bit more tension, a little bit more pressure, just probably a bit more conservative. But we see Potu, again, not quite getting body over the ball. Long ball out, right to left. Good defence.
Yeah, this winger from Auckland, Rod, you might have to get his name for me. He's been doing some great work out on that edge as Bay of Plenty are looking to orchestrate something. They bring up both middles here for a scoop and a pick, looking to drop the player back on the inside. Great shutdown defence there by the saving Link, I believe it was. Here come Auckland now. They'll look to get into some transition off the back of these yards. Out of dummy half. Played it. Yeah, so here we go, Auckland here coming out of yards. Looking to move the ball, and that's one thing I've been really impressed with the Masters grade, is not doing so robotic in terms of all 6 touches down the field. When the space is on there to move the ball, they move the ball.
Yeah, I think that's an important part, Reece. You know, as we're moving down the field, it's not about how quickly you move, but you know the whole idea is you want to take as much land as you can moving through there. So if you can pick up those cheapies, you know, and save your the legs for the guys that are transitioning on, you know, it's always a good way to go.
Yeah, and here goes Walters ripping off short side, looking to get 3 on 2. Sorry, and unfortunately the ball goes down.
Just feels like Auckland haven't quite settled yet.
clunky. Clunky is a well-used term nowadays in the coaching sub box as well. Like when the play's clunky, I can see actually probably a player that would usually be in this team. Peter McIntyre's just walked through looking after the Mokos today. But Auckland, just a little clunky, and I'm sure they'll iron it out and make sure things go nice and smooth shortly.
Bag on attack again. Last touch. It's handover in the right part of the field. Not sure what happened there. Maybe thought it was 6 when it wasn't.
Yeah, and here come Auckland now looking to work the ball down.
In Auckland, they just need to be patient, with what they're doing, coming from the field. They haven't had a lot of chances down here, so it's more important that they get forward and give themselves opportunities. The error rate at the moment, Pete Walters definitely won't be happy with that.
Oh, beautiful scoop and beautiful hole running, and the ref called 6 touches. Great defense, great scramble defense there from Bay of Plenty. And here you go on the replay. You'll see what happens is the scooper from dummy half turns the defensive player inside out. The link collapses. Oh, yeah, and a great touch right on the back of the leg there. Saves the try for Bay of Plenty, 1-0.
Yeah, looks a lot more like they used to. Eugene is really good in the earlier live stream game that they had. Good to see him back on the ball. A little bit more clinical down on that end. As we see Bay of Plenty now with a really good attack. Garner Gulliver. It's pretty good old Garner there, Rod.
Yeah, he's an old Whakatane High School old boy. We went to school together, and obviously he ended up better than me because he's still playing. So I'm standing on the sideline, but he's come along well as a player over the years, and he really does enjoy his time with it. As we see Walters just step to the outside, nice little in ball.
Oh, beautiful poetry in motion.
Very, very rarely do you ever get to see Pete put on the turbo, because normally he just gets through so easy and passes off. But there he is, still the incredible athlete that he is. Looks as sharp as anything. Turns the nos on. No one around can keep up with him. Drew and pass on the last defender, almost like fullback like in rugby. And the number 4 from Auckland, Jason Tormai.
Yeah, you could actually see he was pointing to Pete where he was actually going to head to go. So Pete just kept on drifting across the field as he ran through that hole. Gave a beautiful little inside ball, and it would have been just like the playground stuff back in the day, great work there, and Auckland fight back, and it's now 1-1.
Yep, last 2 sets of attack for Auckland being a lot more what we would be expecting. So Bay of Plenty need to make sure they get their dominance back that they had. As we see again, Garner back into the middle. Garner and Lee working well.
Yeah, Daly will look to get good positive position here. Yeah, beautiful right hand up. Pulls the corner. I'll go into a mirror system, so as long as the wingers... Oh, yeah. So when I talk about going into a mirror type defense system, as soon as they get into the in goal, you've got to just try and find your man, and hopefully as he catches it, you're making a touch. And unfortunately for Auckland, disconnect. Fortunately for Bay of Plenty, right here, as Daly gets done short side, opens up to the winger, well caught and ball down for a 2-1 lead.
Yeah, I guess important in that situation, for the toucher when they make it, is to make sure that they try and stay on the outside shoulder of that attacker and try and force the attack back to the open side which is your shut side. So, very good work from Garner there to get on the outside.
See Pete with the ball, gives it to the sweeper around the back. Early release back in. Oh, I thought there might have been a penalty for in the ruck. Someone can sell it. Pete can.
Tell you what, he doesn't even need to sell that. He's got shares in that call.
I remember when I first reffed him.
Oh, nice Jason
touch.
Tormai.
I remember when I first reffed him. Something happened and he just looked at me, and I don't know, I think it was just a reaction, a body switch penalty for you. I think I have to make out what it was. So, such is the aura around Pete Walters. As here we see him get to the outside, comes left, gets through to the back. Good hustle once again from the number 6. Been really impressed with Dion Pascoe's defence. Really good. Chase down.
Yeah, Pascoe there. Rolling the bucket hat, which is awesome to see. Sun smart, making sure that the back of the neck. Let's have a look at this replay, ladies and gentlemen.
He just gets on his outside. Good chase down.
Got him on the heel.
As we see Tony, really, really known for his yards and his defence. Good team player. Long time played for the Bay of Plenty. What do we have here? Hard touch or offside? Yeah, I don't think there was much in the touch, but hard offside. Needed to get all the way back to the referee. Plenty will love this. Fresh legs on just in the background.
Yeah, well, if there's a repeat set that you want, it's on your line, so that you get the full set to manipulate and attack time. Bay of Plenty very much like Auckland when it's attack time. Walters comes on, or Garner Gulliver comes on when it's attack time. So let's see what he can conjure up here. Bit of a change in play.
Once again,
Just a little check back there. Just a conditioner, just to see where they're at. They haven't really gone long yet, Bay of Plenty. So I'll be interested to know if if they do have that in their armoury.
here we go out to the 32. Pops back inside. Good defence there. I think that's Eugene Whipper. Couldn't quite catch the number. A couple of touches to go. Last one, in fact. Yeah, there's probably a wasted or missed opportunity, I'd say, Rod. 6 touches and never really threatened the defence or moved them around, just far too static.
Yeah, I definitely. And I think what they need to do is just move Auckland a lot more laterally. A couple of times, maybe a couple of fake short side go open, or fake open side go short. Just some quick direction changes.
Oof. Yeah, not sure about this one.
What I do know is there's if we thought there was some heat in the game before, it certainly hasn't backed off in this one.
Eugene very strong in the roll ball. Not sure if we're going back for the penalty, but if it was against the Bay of Plenty player, I think he's pretty hard done by as we see Eugene come in, gets his right arm up, really strong, tries to push it through, just the number 11, pulls him over the top of the head, but as we see, puts the hand out just to say, let's play on, bud. Anyway, Auckland get the penalty, and now they're up here, coming into the 4th touch. McDonald with the ball, working alongside Gary Usang. Donald, all the pace in the world. Short side play.
I'm not too sure if Mike Daly might be carrying a little bit of a niggle here. He just seems like he's a little bit hobbly at the moment, so hopefully it's not too bad because he's critical to the Auckland side. And here they go, the defensive pressure off the arts. Good to see that Auckland are looking to stay in this game pretty hard at 2-1 down. Bay of Plenty really struggling to get out of their half here. There's number 6, Pascoe. He's been great so far with the ball there.
Yet the best defensive set so far for Auckland. They'll want to finish off their hard work, ensure that they profile the right way, stay to their structures as we see. Mike not quite being able to run down past. Oh, what do we have there? I don't know if that was a touch with the boot or whatever it was. He didn't agree with it.
I don't think there was a touch there. I'm not too sure what's happened there.
Anyway, Auckland with the ball. We see the replay just coming down through here. Pascoe goes through. Doesn't look like... Oh, touch on the
there.
inside there from the number 8 from Auckland.
Yeah, great touch there. That's what he sung.
Full touch, 2 to go. Pete telling him where he wants number 4 to go. Picks up early release as they get out to the right-hand side.
Great defence again from Bay of Plenty. We've got a bit of a grind going on here, Rod.
We're in that period of the game, when the teams really do need to buckle down. But I think Auckland, if there's anything in their attack, they just need to tidy up that ruck area. It's not as clean as it should be, and if you set that platform right, then get your isolations right, then everything else just flows off the back of that. So that is one area I think at halftime that Auckland really do need to tidy up.
They're putting a couple of touches up their sleeves. Aaron Samuels comes in, splits right, skips across him. Nice defence, good read from the number 9 there from Auckland. Johnny Tuivasa. I tell you what, he's been a little bit quiet in the live stream game we had day 1, Rod. He had a step. In fact, I think he did the double step at 1 and guessed it through.
Yeah, I think you can put that down to the defence really, just maintaining pressure. And let's face it, this is the final, so these teams made it here for a reason. So everyone's just going about their work. There's 2.5 minutes left, so Auckland will be wanting to secure something out of this.
Yeah, and as we can see, Auckland here looking to work the ball down. Scoop from dummy half, play through call, long ball over the top. What a pass! You won't see too many 50-plus-year-olds throwing off their left hand 40 metres like that, ladies and gentlemen. Just sit back and watch this. The step back off the short side, whack.
What you didn't see on the TV, I was watching it live out here, was how much ground the winger from Auckland had to make to just try and get to that ball. So that's why he ended up on the ground. A good effort. He was 20 metres back when he got to that ball. Plenty nice pick. And Garner uses his gas getting through. He's very, very good. Can he link up?
Touch there, good touch. So the last time they got into the in goal there on their far side there, or on their side, as you can see from the screens, they get into the in goal. The winger lost connection with his own player. As you can see here, the scoop into the in goal, but the Auckland winger stays with his man and makes the touch, which is awesome.
Garner there tends to go left to right. It's pretty lethal. Bayapuni potentially can change their attack up, Rod, and maybe try something right to left.
Yeah, I think at this stage it's sort of working for them, but for the last part of that. So I'd probably still use it as we see Mike Daly on the drop there. Rongo Te Ao just picking and good work from Bayapuni to shut that down. We're a minute out, and these guys will just want to consolidate a little bit. Bayapuni.
Yeah, at a 2-1 lead, Bayapuni, this is not safe, especially when you look across the sub-boxes and you see number 1, Peter Walters, ready to sweep on for an attack. So
just like the last game we watched, wasn't it, where we had that one team in front the whole time, and then in the last 2 minutes Canterbury come back and win in a drop-off. Pretty decent platform here for the Bayapuni. Passing it to Casper, who isn't quite there on the wing this time.
I'm loving Bayapuni's style at the moment. They're just keeping it very simple, and off the back of yards, as we'll see here, they're getting a good scoop, and they look at the scoop to the outside and really back their speed. And if it doesn't work, the ball's going to the ground, and they've got great field position. I'm really liking the way that Bayapuni are playing at the moment. And saying that, Mike Daly drives the ball forward and picks up an easy 15 yards.
One more set. We'll get one more touch here. We'll need to pick something off this, as we see, trying to scoop through. Probably go back for the penalty for offside, but you'll probably hear the hooter before this ball is tapped. There'll only be this one touch left, so Bayapuni just need to stay as one line, work for each other. Yep, easy in the end as we go into the half-time break of the 50 men's final between Bayapuni Auckland, with Bayapuni up 2-1.
Well done, team. Keep it going. Keep it going. Good work. Yes, good side step. Excellent. Working forward. Well done. Well done, team. Good. For Bunnings Homegrown Heroes, but Mahi never stops. Thanks, mate. Okay, team, come on in. Let's go. Let's huddle up. Bring it in, guys. Nominate your homegrown hero today. 1, 2, 3, 3.
Sport. What does it mean to us? For some, it's potential, a promise that we could be better, that the early mornings will be worth it, that we could be champions.
It starts with touch.
Kia ora team, George here from Touch NZ. Now we all enjoy a bit of touch, but without a proper warm-up, the chances of being injured are massively increased. So to keep you on the field and out of the emergency room, Touch NZ have made a short and easy warm-up series for all levels, proven to lower the chance of injury by close to 50%. So head on over to our site and check them out. Play safe, play smart.
Kia ora koutou and welcome back to the second half of the men's 50s Masters final between Bayapuni and Auckland. And as you can see on screen there, Bayapuni currently has a 2-1 lead going into the second half, and probably reflects the dominance they've had in this first half. Boys, Rod, your thoughts on that first half and what the Auckland team needs to do to get into this game? Well, sorry, get back to 2 each.
Yeah, I think it's just to tidy things up as we mentioned before. Things do look a little bit clunky for them, so hopefully in the half-time talk, they would have spoke about just trying to tidy up the ruck area and give themselves the best of those opportunities. But you've got to give it to the Bay of Plenty defence. They're doing an awesome job of keeping them out, and in this half, the first half, Garner Gulliver was working quite well. I'm hoping that for Bay of Plenty that Aaron Samuels might be able to step up and give them a bit of a hand.
And Reece, for you, key players from each of those teams in the first half?
Yeah, Walters, Peter Walters, as you can see here, getting into the end goal, another great touch. They're really, really working hard. So on the Bay of Plenty side of the ball, I've been really impressed with Pascoe rolling the bucket hat. Potu has been very, very positive in terms of his defence. Samani, his physical prowess, he was the one in that little altercation where the ref blew up time. On the flip side of the board, I was just just popped out there to listen into the Auckland chat. Usual suspects, Peter Walters just saying they are making too many yards coming off their own line, 1, 2, 3, 4, and as you can see, they've just got to turn over from a little bit more positivity in the touch. So Mike Daly, he chimed in with his 2 cents, and also the last one to talk in that chat was Bruce McDonald. So 3 of the legends in this team, so I'm sure it won't be long before they square this one up, Auckland. They look very, very controlled in their huddle, and now they've got a chance on the goal line.
We'll see Pete and Bruce, 32, I think this was, Bruce stepping back. Pete will be trying to get underneath, but good defence there by Samani. A couple more touches up their sleeves, I think. Casual as he always is, nice and calm.
Yeah, they tried the old picky bounce there. Here we go with the leg cut. Can Samani get across there?
Oh, great.
Beautiful touch. Lost there. You're doing a great job on defence there, my guy.
I didn't think anyone would catch Bruce, so when I seen him get the ball, I thought, put it on the scoreboard. So we see the first great play from Morset, and then he gets back out there again.
Right on the boot. Yeah, great touch.
Here he is again doing the yards. Great start. Nice little extra pass. Getting the momentum moving forward, and here he is, Garner. Key, and here's your man you talked about, Potu. Garner off the back of him, goes short side. Should have numbers here. 6 again, was it? No. Oh, yes, we do. The hand did get to it. Garner with a fresh set. Rod, this is going to be pretty dangerous as we look at the replay. Garner just stepped short side. I actually thought there was a winger there. And the winger from Auckland just got a hand out there to shut down that play.
Yeah, I think they'll continue their theme too in terms of just pulling to the right side, showing all the patience of the world, just trying to draw the man out.
Once again, not quite stepping over the ball. Probably a little bit of justice in that.
Yeah, I really got to give it to the defence of that Auckland winger. And in the first half, he was very, very good, on the away side, and he's certainly been up to the task here. Auckland starting to give the ball a little bit more air, which just helps to get down the field. So obviously the message got through. As we said, at half time, just about trying to get forward a little bit more and take control of the game.
Yeah, that's exactly right. They talked about control and being effective on their yards to get field position, and trying, on the flip side of it, trying to mitigate the yards that Bay of Plenty make off yards. So here they come. McDonald out of half again. Great shutdown defence by Bay of Plenty. They're playing well here, lads. I know it's only 2-1 lead. Bay of Plenty seem control on both sides of the ball, and they're really making good yards. As long as they can stay positive and clean and complete sets, they'll go a long way to winning this one.
Yeah, that's what I hope. I hope no team shuts the door or closes shop, as you would say. I hope they keep expressing themselves, because if you try and defend a 1-point lead, then you're likely to get caught and then maybe overrun. So here we see a good centering drive on the back of this. Nice little late cut. Pascoe goes to the left to right, long ball. I'm not sure what the referee looked like. Yep, 6 again here. So again, Bay of Plenty have had a lot more sets down on the attacking line than Auckland have, and they're going to really need to make sure they cash in on a few of these.
Yeah, 100%. Turnover ball here. 6 more.
Garner back out on the field, just taking a little bit of a wasting one there on the corner as he sets things up with Lee. Garner and Lee in the middle, bringing the defence up. Trying trying to get that mad dog defender, that pocket defender, Reese, up nice and high.
Yeah, and no surprise that they're using this defence with the personnel they've got in there. Line up Auckland. Point defender. Takes the corner away. Shutdown defence. Oh, and the little pop out on the outside. Beautiful play. Gulliver just held his width nicely and allowed his inside player to make his move. And then when the time came, he was already on the outside and was able to get this ball in. You'll see it here. The defender gets turned in and out a wee bit. Gets done by a beautiful piece of footwork, and it's a walk-in try for Bay of Plenty, who take a nice wee handy lead here.
Yeah, Garner's been going on to the left to right side all day. Just had a little bit of a change up here. 33 Pearl wrapped around. Beautiful work. 3-2. 3-1, sorry. Rod, you didn't expect this, obviously, when both yourself and Reese said that there was no chance Bay of Plenty were going to win at the start of this game?
Well, from memory, I think I was the one that sat on the fence there. So, but you know, any team, as we said before, any team with Walters and generally travels quite well. So, you know, I'm expecting Walters to try and grab this game by the scruff of the neck and maybe throw in a few earlies and just try and manipulate the defence a little more.
This is a bit of a death penalty for Bay of Plenty. If you're going to give Pete a fresh set, I don't think there'll be too many times where he doesn't convert. As we see, just using the speed. I really liked it how Pete went real far left, just pulling those threes apart to give his number 4, Jason Tormai, a chance. Walters with the ball off to Tormai. Nice quicks. Just those inaccuracies, killing them a bit there.
Yeah, and unfortunately for Auckland, you know, not being square on the play of the ball, Walters would have got into the end goal there and possibly set up a try. But Pascoe's really impressed me going off there from the subset. He looks like he's almost mirroring Peter Walters in terms of when he's on the ball.
Yep.
He's manipulating himself so he's in front of him, taking it upon himself to shut down Mr. Touch. So let's keep an eye on Pascoe, the number 6. Dion Pascoe from Bay of Plenty. He's doing a great job. I identified him as being one of the better players, key players I should say, for Bay of Plenty. As the toucher falls over here, he's a little bit of flow that McDonald will get on the half. He'll look for this player to drive for him again. Here we go. And gets the quickie play, step back and the dive.
Great injection of pace right off the box there from Eugene Wepa. Those 3 touches, the 3rd, the 4th, the 5th, got him on the back of that. Sorry, 2nd, 3rd and 4th. As McDonald just sets up here for the 5th. Eugene, I'm not sure how backwards that pass was out of the hands. However, did the winger get across? No. I'm thinking this was a forward pass off the ruck. It looks somewhat obvious from 90 metres away.
Make it a close game. Come on, ref. That was line ball. Forward pass. Well, ref.
Great call. Got there eventually. It's important to get the right call as we see just Bruce stepping forward. The dummy half not quite getting in front of him to ensure that it was a backwards. Otherwise, that would have been a great try. Good effort from the Bay of Plenty winger, but would have been a try in the corner.
Beautiful left to right pass once again. Left to right into the breeze here at Ongley Park in Palmerston North on a beautiful Saturday afternoon. And as I say that, there's a few clouds coming over the Tararuas, over the ranges here. So hopefully the weather stays good for the rest of the day. But yeah, 3-1 Bay of Plenty, 11 and a half minutes to go. Auckland get a turnover. I think if it's going to happen, they're going to close this one up as Mr. Walters comes on right now. Now's the time.
You notice Pascoe not on in this set. It'll be interesting to see if Bay of Plenty can keep them out, because as you say, normally when Pete's on, Dion's on. It's not on in this situation. Nice little fake to follow in and then the bounce out short side. There'll be another couple of cracks here before this sets up. Donald.
Yep. And if not, Walters will get the half. Daly feeds McDonald. Great touch.
Last touch, is it, lads?
Yeah, I'm not too sure. We'll soon find out in terms of what it is. As we shift the ball to Daly. Daly late cut with Walters. Walters looks to hit short to McDonald. And the ball goes down. Great defence once again.
Yeah, very good defence. Seems like there's a bit of pace falling out of this game. I don't know if it's the last day after 3 very hard days. I mean, the sun's gone behind the cloud, but here, this is the man. Tony Wipiti. Great on his yards, both him and Eugene, key players in terms of really putting some punch into their team. Just slowed up again, unfortunately.
Yep, and here go Bay of Plenty. Gee, if they can score here, there's Pascoe there, giving himself a bit of attack.
Thought Dion gave himself away there, looked up to the ref, thought it might have been an angle punt. However, good set of D from Auckland as Bay of Plenty press. Key time in the game here, Rod.
Yeah, absolutely, and as you can see with Bay of Plenty, you know, lifting up, just put a bit of pressure on, and they need to do that. Just keep the pressure on, and you know, just prevent Auckland from getting down the other end. But yeah, you're right. There's, you know, looks like the legs are a little bit shot in terms of Auckland at the moment. So they really do have to, you know, hopefully get one here and even it up, and then it's anyone's game after that.
I think if Auckland are going to spark things, I'd love to see Eugene out there with Pete a little bit more, because he has got some go in him. He just won't stop. He's like the Energizer battery. So we see just a casual set out from Bay of Plenty, just trying to get to their subs. Probably will just want to get to the other end. Probably won't have too much of a crack off the end of this unless Garner's come into the game. We see him here with the ball now, looking for someone. Probably check back, get to that back defender, scoops off the end, send the defender, bad position, went short side. Trying to link up now, will he find his winger? Oh, we got a close one in the corner, and the refs go with ball down. Garner, the man.
Let's see a replay here as it comes here. You're absolutely right. Defender got turned inside out, got into the in goal. Let's have a close look at this replay. Yeah, ball down. Great call by the referee.
Good camera angle this one here. I think we'll see it even better as Garner gets to outside of the 3 defender, looking for the catch. Oh, yeah. Great work there from the 2 officials. Slide 1 official giving the all clear. 4-1, plenty of time. Auckland definitely need to be the next to score, Reece.
100%. It's got to happen now. And then I'll back it up with a good defensive set and ruck it down the field again. 8 minutes might seem like a long time, but with a full lead, deficit, 4-1 lead, you're going to need to put one on as well as goes out of half.
Beautiful little read there from Tony. Just unfortunately did it from an offside position. I'm pretty sure Pete seeing that is probably going to pump Tony next time that happens and go straight through.
And just as we said earlier, Dion Pascoe's come out here with Pete on the field, almost mirroring him with McDonald's out there. So you ask for McDonald and Walters, and you're about to get it here, Maya. As Walters splits infield, takes on Pascoe. Oh, that's just like that.
Oh, no chance. Oh, jeepers.
Unlucky, I thought, very, very unlucky. As we see Pete just change up there, and you know, Dion's defended him very well in the past, but this time Pete's just going direct at him.
Bruce on the outside, simple drawn pass. Yep, probably should have been a try a couple of touches earlier, but they got what they wanted to. I was just watching the Bay of Plenty defenders when Pete had the ball. He almost mesmerised them. They're all looking at him and forgot their policies. A couple of touches before. Here we see him again. He comes in for the touch, gets the quickie. Yeah, I think. I don't know what I think on that one. Anyway, Auckland score out here on the right-hand side. And it got, like we said, they had to be the next to score, and they are 4-2. Now they need to make sure no ping-pong. Key set here, Reece, to defend Bay of Plenty off their line.
Yeah, we talked about it. They had to score, and they did, and then they got to back it up with a good defensive set. So Daly will be the lead communicator here with Lee Sung in the middle. Just a side note, that winger out there for Auckland on that top side, he's actually got his singlet tied up at the back. Amazing. With the follow play, yeah, great defence. Don't know about using your shoulder in the defence there, Mr. Daly, but he's worked his way into the middle. This is a critical set for Auckland. Last touch. Daly pushing across. Beauty. Should be a touch pass call here. They released the...
Oh, it looks like that the Auckland player said, and this is that honesty we've been talking about all week. Auckland 4-2 down with 6 minutes to go. They didn't need to really say anything to the ref, and they would have had a penalty. But the Auckland link attacker said, no, I didn't actually get him, so it couldn't have been, as we see there, the number 3 from Auckland. It couldn't have actually been a touch and pass when there wasn't the touch part first. Did he ever actually put that ball down?
He comes back and puts it down there. If you watch this, Maya, and there's the try.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a harsh one for both teams, but however, I guess that probably would have been the result anyway. 5-2. So we see Pete back on with Bruce. Same combo that got that last one.
I'm pretty sure I'm just watching Samani here, Mossy, with his touches. He's not touching with his hands. He's looking to use his shoulders a lot more than as Walters looks for a late cut here with McDonald. That's the combo, lifelong combination here.
Pascoe on again.
Splits back in and not square.
Almost their own worst enemies, Rod, and just in terms of the errors with the roll ball not being square or the fumble.
Yeah, we spoke about it earlier, just about tidying that ruck space up, and it's very important. I mean, it's the key part of the game. You own the ruck, and and you can own the game. So they should have identified it, early in the first half, and just found ways to mitigate that. And in most cases, that's just pick the ball up as we see them slide. Just as the ball's planted, just for the dummy half, just to pick the ball up, take a couple of steps before they pass it. Just small things to tidy it all up.
As we see, Tony.
Was that a 21 cookie? I've seen quite a few of them. And actually, I saw the Bay of Plenty Open men's run it. So I suggested it to my 30s, and we got a couple of cheap ones as well. But old school stuff right there, like taking it back. But Auckland must be the next to score 3 down with 4 minutes to go here.
Just see some of their key players too as they make their way to the sub box. Just looking like they're sucking in a few of the big ones. Just finding it tough. 4 minutes though, going to need to dig deep.
Great press defense from Bay of Plenty here. Auckland, Lee Sung looking to drive here for Mike Daly. Mike Daly, 6 touches. Missing the count there, which is very uncharacteristic from this Auckland experience side.
Yeah, I mean, while it's key for the players to keep focused, I think the referees too just need to make sure that they finish this game well. 3.5 minutes to go. I think we've probably had a 7 count and a 5 count in the last few counts, but Bay of Plenty now. What do we got?
I love the way that every now and again I remind a referee about a count that might have missed a touch or an extra touch when we've got the ball. I love the stock standard answer. It's almost like it's tattooed on their hand. We'll take that on board. I love that saying. It's a great saying, and it kind of shuts you down straight away. Thank you, ref. Let's move on. Here's Pascoe now. Very, very smart here. The experience. I suppose you don't have to step over the ball there either. Very, very experienced. Pascoe's on the ball. Yeah, steps over that one. The sweeper comes around, scoop short side. Gets into the in goal once again. Gulliver and Pascoe. The Gulliver-Pascoe show. And I'll tell you what, when they talk about fat ladies singing, she's not singing yet, but she's a very, very large lady, my guy. And she's tapping the microphone, tap, 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 and we're ready to sing this song because Bay of Plenty, Maya, you've picked this one. Bay of Plenty, I didn't see it coming. Let us know, how did you pick this one, my guy?
Oh, look, there's plenty of time to go, and I'm definitely not going to do the early crow. But just like I said, it just looks like there's a little bit more energy in the leg to the Bay of Plenty team and a little bit more speed. I think their defence has been the key to this. While they've got 6 touchdowns on the board, it's their defence. I haven't seen Pete being D'd out in this manner so many times. And again, just that accuracy with the roll ball. There's not the square roll ball. He never gets frustrated, but I'm sure he won't be happy with what's been happening. But again, Bay of Plenty, good D.
Rod, it looks like there's almost 2 or 3 players, almost like in basketball, the legends of the game have been double-teamed and triple-teamed. It almost looks like that's what's happening here at the moment.
Yeah, but it's smart defence, right? The damage that that Walters can do when he is on the ball. So just tighten up around him and take a lot of that space away from him. And just try and frustrate him out of the game. So Bay of Plenty are doing that really, really well at the moment.
Just throwing the ball around. Pascoe, these are the 2 key players. Garner on attack, Pascoe on defence. You see him doing the hard work, setting a good platform for Garner. That looked like a short 6, but referee said he was perfectly on 6. I think the boys put that penalty in his head. Now they're going for a not handing it over. I know that's supposed to be 10 metres forward. It's the longest 10 metres I've ever seen. As we see, Walters tap the ball. 1:05 to go. Boys are trying to swat a wasp away.
Yeah, we've got the bees and wasps buzzing around our head. But for me, boys, you can't go past Potu, Pascoe, and Gulliver have been critical personnel in terms of this Bay of Plenty team as Auckland look to get a little bit of pride back here to take it to 6-3, but with 37 seconds to go. Tell you what, it's been a clinical final here by Bay of Plenty, and as Walters goes to the short side to the McDonald hits the wing on, and as you can see as the swinger turns around, you'll see a singlet tied up with a hair tie. Order must have been a little bit wrong when they sent in the sizings, but
Pretty simple try here, as we see in the replay. Not really much on, just Pete using his speed, getting on the outside of Pascoe. Probably the first time I've seen Pascoe button off. The Bay of Plenty players not quite coming in and either making a sharp shut or mirroring out on their defenders. So 6-3 as we hear the hooter go. And Bay of Plenty will be the 2023 50 men's touch national champions, and they absolutely deserve it. Massive ups to both of our teams, but Bay of Plenty are the victors. 6-3.
This Touch New Zealand event is proudly supported by Bunnings Warehouse.